Maybe you're new to homeschooling and you're looking for a way to get your kids around some other kids, or you've been thinking about homeschool co-ops for a long time and you just don't know if it's the perfect fit for your family. Well, today we're going to take a look inside our homeschool co-op and discuss the benefits of having homeschool co-ops in this video coming up. Hey guys, it's Vani from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool, and welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm a homeschooling mom. I've been homeschooling since 2012, and on this channel I share with you ways to help you on your homeschooling journey. So make sure to take a minute to browse through my channel, hit the subscribe button if you like what you see, and the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post new videos. Today I just want to talk about homeschooling co-ops and answer some commonly asked questions, and then tomorrow, which will be today for you, I will be going to our homeschool co-op and we will take a look inside of it. So what exactly is a homeschool co-op? A homeschool co-op is a group of families that get together to form a common goal. So that could be whether you want to just have play dates for your kids, it could be field trips, it could be classes, or it could be something different. There's co-ops for all different types of scenarios, and depending on what your family needs, you can even make up your own co-op. I love homeschool co-ops and I think they're amazing because it's one of the easiest ways to find like-minded parents and children for your friendships, for your kids, for yourself. I also enjoy the different activities provided by the homeschool co-op, and I want to apologize for all the noise outside. It's noisy in my house too, so I can only record out here, but there's like a road behind me and it's a little noisy. Now personally, we have had mostly great experiences for our homeschool co-ops. The first homeschool co-op that we joined when we first moved here and we first started homeschooling was a little strange in my opinion, and it wasn't quite a good fit for our family. So we just changed co-ops. We found another one, and this one was amazing, and we've been there since we started homeschooling for 8 years. And my friends are from my best friends I've met at the homeschool co-op, and my kids' best friends as well. Our kids have been blessed to be able to grow up together, and we've been on this homeschooling journey together for 8 years now. So we love our homeschool co-op, and we just joined a second one, which I'm enjoying a lot as well. So our first homeschool co-op has classes, and what they offer are all kinds of different classes. So you have some very creative classes. They've had a Star Wars class, kind of like a Jedi training. Right now they have a Nerf Wars class, they have PE, they have fun activities like that. Then you have like some that have old school games, you can have art class, you have music lessons, and then you can get to your general courses. So we have science and history and maths and writing and literature. So basically anything that the parents can think of, because the parents are the teachers. And then our second homeschool co-op is mostly just field trips and activities. So we've done field trips to aquariums and different places like that. And then recently we just had the Tampa Bay Lightning come to our co-op and teach our kids how to play hockey, and they gave us free hockey sticks and balls, so that was really cool. So we have two different co-ops to meet our needs, and our kids are growing friendships through all of them, and so am I. And through this homeschooling journey, you need like-minded friends, and so do your kids. It just makes your homeschooling experience so much better and so much easier. We meet for our homeschool co-op with the classes weekly. So we meet every single week. On a Tuesday, we're there. And for our field trip co-op, it's basically whenever they plan something. We've been meeting weekly, but sometimes it could be once a month or twice a month, so it varies. Now there's two different ways that I know of to find a homeschool co-op. Well, really three different ways. So the first way is you can just ask around. If you have friends that are homeschoolers, maybe at your church or somewhere else, you can ask them if they're part of a homeschool co-op, or you can decide to make your own if you have a couple of friends that are homeschoolers and you guys don't have a co-op. But the two ways that I know that are very easy to find homeschool co-ops is through your state. Your state has a website. The HSLDA website has information about your state, and you should be able to find homeschool co-ops and meetup groups through there. Another way to find homeschool co-ops is through Facebook. Facebook has all kinds of groups, and through these groups you can ask what co-ops people in your area are from, and sometimes if you just type in homeschool co-ops in New York, you should be able to find something on Facebook or people to lead you to where there would be a group. So after this next tip, I am going to switch over, and it'll be the next day for us, but I'm going to show you guys what our morning looks like as we prepare for our homeschool co-op, as well as I'm going to try and get as much as man, it is so loud out here. I'm going to try to get as much as I can of our homeschool day tomorrow. Okay, so my tips for having a successful time and a wonderful time at your homeschool co-op is, one, to be involved. Be involved in volunteering. A lot of co-ops you have to volunteer, and then some you have the option to buy out. If you want to make the most of your homeschool experience, you need friends, and your kids need friends. And I know that a lot of people consider themselves introverts, but in order to have a good homeschool experience, you cannot be isolated, because when you're having problems, and you will have problems, you're going to want to quit. And it's at those times that it's best to have friends that are like-minded to encourage you or to give you some ideas. Excuse me, my hand switching here, my tripod piece is missing. But anyway, to give you some encouragement or some other ideas and things to help you on this journey. Also, your kids won't feel alone or bored or want to go back to school if they have a great group of friends that they've met at their homeschool co-op. So instead of opting to not volunteer or help out, volunteer. Whether it's everybody has their strengths. So find out what your strength is and offer it to the co-op. Even if you feel like there's nothing you can offer, you can help clean, or you can help organize birthdays or bring cupcakes. There's something that you can do. And my other tip is to hang out at the co-op all day. So if your kids are at the co-op, sometimes you have to stay there and be there because it's not a babysitting places. But when you're there in the lunchroom, wherever you're hanging out, make sure that you're talking to other parents and that you're making friends and you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. My other tip is to make play dates for your kids. If you see that your child is connecting with another kid in a classroom, or if they're not connecting with anybody, but you see a family that has another kid your kid's age, ask them to have a play date after co-op, or any day during the week. You guys can meet up at the park to start and have those weekly play dates so that your kids are connecting better, so that when they go back to co-op, they have a friend where they can take classes together and do things together. And then that's how you develop those friendships, by having play dates outside of co-op, so they're not just seeing the kids that they like once a week. Okay, so that is all the information that I have for you guys on homeschooling co-ops. Make sure to stick around, because I'm going to show you into our next day. I'm going to try not to get any of the other kids unless I have permission from their parents, so bear with me on the quality of the footage of whatever you're going to get. I'm going to do the best I can. All right, so here it is. Hey guys, good morning. Okay, so today's the day of co-op, and we are running late today, but my husband's helping me out by making breakfast for us, and then sometimes I pack lunch and sometimes we buy pizza. So we can pay $1 at the co-op, and then we get a slice of pizza for however many slices that we want. So you'll get to see that today at lunch. So I'm wondering how I'm gonna record my kids today at co-op. You might not even get to see my son, because there's classes that he's behind closed doors. I am a teacher's assistant for 2 of my daughter's classes, so I'll be able to get some footage of her in there. I'm really trying not to get any of the teachers or kids, so I'm hoping that you get to see a little bit of what we do. It's not going to be a lot, but I will do a voiceover or talk about the classes in depth maybe after. Somehow we'll squeeze it in, so we'll see how it works out. Alright guys, so we are late today. I'm kind of disappointed that we're late. I hate it because this guy back here will be late for PE, which is one of his favorite classes. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to go inside and sign up for pizza and then sign in. And then since I am TA, I am gonna run into the class afterwards. But I did let the teacher know that we were going to be late. So our co-op is always at a church. It was at a church for a long time before then we moved, so we're at another church. So we're gonna go in now. I'm sorry, I have to walk out. Come on. So of course the day that we're late, Aaron's class is all the way out here somewhere in the field, so I have to walk Aaron. And I feel super bad because I'm super late to TA, and normally for the class that we're gonna go to, it's a scientist fun class, and it's for kindergarten age. And what the teacher does is she has a whole bunch of she has like a challenge, and she'll give them a bag of supplies, and then they have to accomplish something. So they have to make something or accomplish a goal depending on what supplies that they are given. So, and I have my own little group, but today I saw them all together. So I'm gonna sneak on in there and get in there as fast as possible and help out. All right, buddy, go ahead. I love you. Okay, go. Go. Have fun, baby. Well, they're playing kickball today. So this is PE. They play all kinds of sports here. Now that the weather's nice, they're outside playing kickball. And it's nice because as soon as he gets there, the friends are calling him to be on their team. So that's beautiful to see.
Everything's easy because you're an adult. Who said that? So, was I wrong or was I right? Was this an easy challenge? Yes. So, if you've made your bed, it's not.
It's worked for 1 billion minutes.
Why do you need scissors? Who's asking for scissors?
Yes. Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty loved to sit and play on the wall. But Humpty's mom worries that Humpty will fall down and hurt his brain.
No, my friend Rocco. What? Yeah, Rocco.
Okay, so we have felt, rubber bands, feathers. You have bubble wrap. Let me see your rubber wrap. Rubber wrap.
So we just go boom all through all the soft stuff to the ground.
Box.
Go.
Let's see if it did it break. Okay.
Okay, guys, so I ran back into the car to just record this part. I want to let you guys know what the classes are about. So Arilyn right now is in an art class where they do all kinds of visual art. They just made a picture out of pastels. It's getting hot in here. I don't want to turn the car on. I'll just open the sunroof. So right now she's working with clay, and she was really nervous about working with clay because the teacher was telling them last week about a machine, all kinds of stuff about them losing their hands if they play with it the wrong way, and the machine could blow up. I don't even know. I wasn't there, but I know that she's scared. So I'm letting them prepare right now. They're setting up their stuff so I can get in there and make sure she's okay, and also give you a little sneak peek into what she's doing. So like I said, it's hard to get in with my son because while he has PE, I am in Arilyn's class helping with the science class, which today they did an egg drop, and that was fun. And they get those little folders where they write down their experiment and their testing and all that stuff. They're supposed to fill it out. Then right now for this period is art. Like I said, for Arilyn has art, and I'm going to show you there. But then Aaron is in a science class. I'm going to read you the description. So it's science experiments with Apologia science. If you guys are familiar with Apologia, we don't use Apologia. I don't have a review on it, but I know it's a very good science. It's very textbook based, which is why we haven't tried in our homeschool, but I'm thinking maybe switching over when he's in 7th and 8th grade. But anyway, so it says, come join us as we learn about different science principles through hands-on experiments, lessons, and activities will include physical science, which simple machines, chemical reactions, density, environmental science, which is water and carbon cycles, biomes, and then more. So that's where he's at, and I never really get to see what he's doing in there because when I walk into the classroom, the kids are right there in their desk, and I'm kind of interrupting, and everybody turns around, you know. So sometimes kids do have to come out to wash their hands, and then they leave the door open. So at that time, I can sneak a peek and see if they're doing anything. So we'll see. He usually just tells me about it later. And then after this, we have lunch. So you'll be seeing at the beginning of the video, you saw me take my stuff over to the lunch table. I try to put my stuff down because the lunchroom gets crowded once everybody gets here throughout the day. People sign up for as many classes as they like. So some people come first like I do, and some people come third, fourth, and just take 1 or 2 classes, or some people come during lunch. So my best friend will come for lunch, and her and I and Arilyn will sit together, and Aaron will sit with all of his friends at the lunch table. He has a nice big lunch crowd over there. which I may not be able to get. Like I said, I want to respect everybody's privacy, but the lunchroom that you saw when we came in, I showed you a little bit, gets pretty packed during lunchtime. And then the kids, after they eat, they're able to come out here in that area over there, and they're able to play. Yes, I'm in a handicap spot, but it's only for Sundays. It's always empty, this whole spot. So please don't comment about me parking in the handicap. It's all empty. And all the cars usually park here. That van is a handicap van. I always park all the way in this end because this part is always empty. Okay, so then after the kids eat, the kids can play outside. The boys usually play a form of basketball. I'll get that from my cell phone. And then the girls usually just play whatever, like toys, dolls, it depends who's there. So after class, I may just insert a clip here. There's not that much to show. So this next class is American Girl Literature. So what the teacher does is she will read them a chapter out of an American Girl story, and the girls sometimes will have popcorn to eat. One time they had like a tea snack with little muffins. Sometimes they're coloring a picture, and sometimes they're just sitting there listening to the story. So it's basically a read out loud class. And then while Arilyn is in there, Aaron is in Odyssey of the Mind. Now again, I TA during that period, so I can't pop into Aaron's class, but Odyssey of the Mind, I'm going to read it right now, is an international educational program that provides creative problem solving for students from kindergarten to college. Team members apply their creativity to solve problems that range from building mechanical devices to presenting their own interpretation of literary classics. And each week in class, students will be presented with various challenges to solve. Kind of like Arilyn's little science class, but on a higher level. This is a super fun class with which students love. Creativity, problem solving, and teamwork are all in hand. So this is one of his favorite classes. So he has verbal exercises, hands-on, combined verbal and hands-on. And Odyssey of the Mind also hosts competitions on local, state, and world levels. So if you want more information on that, go to odysseyofthemind.com and see if you can find a class or a team near you if you're interested in that for your kids. After Odyssey of the Mind, Arilyn has cooking class, which I would definitely take you in there. I don't know what they're gonna make, but I love it because she always brings all the food to me. So if she doesn't like if it's not a baked good, it comes to mommy. But she will try different things in there. She loves to cook. Like, I can't wait till we move out of this Airbnb and we get our own house and our kitchen. I'm gonna buy her all this stuff for baking. And then at that time, Aaron has the rest of the day off. So he has that period free. Then after that, Arilyn has a history class. So it's you guys know Story of the World probably. So she's in that class where they read the story and they'll have hands-on activities and projects. So I will peek in there, but I won't be staying. That's my free period to hang out and relax for the day and chit chat with my friends and get my social time in as well. And then Aaron is free time there. So he has 2 free periods. I feel like I've been talking forever. And the 1 free period, he's allowed to play on his Switch with all of his friends. So he brings that in. I think it's fun. The boys play video games for him to play with his friends rather than by himself at home or with his sister. So he really looks forward to playing his video games with his friends. Then the next free period, he has to play outside. So we get them outside with the ball and they play Foursquare and tag and all kinds of stuff like that. So I will be able to get some of that from a distance, okay? So I'm gonna go outside right now and pop in on Arilyn in her art class and take you on with us for a little bit more. What you got there? What are you gonna do with this? I have money for snacks. So it's lunchtime now. Alice got her pizza. I'm doing a video today. I'm trying not to get anybody in it, but it's so hard. So you can see in the background, all the tables are set up and everybody is eating. And Aaron is with all of his friends. And then we have all those other classes that I mentioned. You having a good day so far? Yeah, you love Tuesdays? Yeah? right, guys, I'm gonna end this video here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you to see inside a real co-op. We have a field trip coming up this Friday. We're gonna see a Civil War reenactment. It's a homeschool day. It's about an hour drive from me, but we're all gonna meet up there. So it's only $5, so that's gonna be pretty cool on Friday. And then on this Thursday with our other homeschool group, we have a hopes in the box or something. We have a community service type activity coming up at the second youth group. So we have a pretty busy week, and then next week is Thanksgiving week. So I'm gonna see what videos I'll be posting this week. But anyway, if you like this video and you like the channel, please do me a favor and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I promise you, when we move into our new home, you guys are going to be getting 2 to 3 videos a week. Right now I'm struggling to make at least one for you, but I really hope that you enjoyed this, and thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions, leave it in the comments below.